for me, this is a unique opportunity to actually have all of us field visit intensive pomegranate orchard in Israel. So, like always, the starting point is that we do not do copy-paste from Israel to India. So what you will see today is definitely an Israeli DNA orchard, but I do encourage you, please try to identify what it is that you think can be altered and can be implemented in our centers first, but also in the farmer's field level second. Now, many of you are already doing very much in your centers. We have centers across India for pomegranate. For us, this is a very important key crop that we are focusing on. We will try also today to touch the end-to-end of pomegranate, from nursery until marketing. So we will see different aspects. We have Guy Tal with us, and Guy is our expert. He was visiting India a couple of months ago. So he knows what we are doing, and he knows the type of activity that we are implementing. He will try to correlate what he is doing today to what we are having in India in terms of challenges we want to address. So let's all teamwork. And here I also want to ask you, write down questions along the webinar. Try to raise them. And then at the last part of the webinar, after the field visit, we will have a Q&A. And this is the opportunity to have the dialogue today. So with this, I want to hand it over to Guy and Yuval that are in the field now. And Guy, as I was saying, is our pomegranate Indo-Israel expert. And Yuval is our counterpart in Shfaim MATC. So please, Yuval, Guy, I hand it over to you. And we will meet after the field visit in the Q&A chapter. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Guy Tal. I was in India last July. I live in Sharon in Israel. It's the weather here is semi-area. The rain every year is between 400 to 500 millimeters in the winter time. Now we are in the summertime. We start now. I show you. I grow berries. I grow pomegranate. I grow peach. A lot of fruit. Also blackberries. But the pomegranate is my professional. It's in hectare. It's something like
Guy,
really 8. Yes.
לשים קצת יותר טוב את האוזנייה באוזן, יש קצת בעיה של מייקינג. סליחה.
The pomegranate I grow nearly 70 hectares. Now I show you the nursery. We start from the nursery, but the nursery is in the ground. Yeah, it's not in the potting, and it's more easy to make it like that. Okay, this is the nursery. Okay, now we're growing we put stick something like 5 months ago, and the stick start to make roots, and after he growing. Yeah, in the winter time we take that out, we cut like that, and we come with the tractor and we cut, and we take that without leaves. This is in the winter time. And after, if some farmers want that, we sell them the pomegranate. Yeah, we put it in his field, and it's growing very fast, more fast from the potting, and it's more easy to make in the ground the nursery. Don't forget, when I was in India, I told to everybody over there, don't forget, you have to put Dianon. Because of that, you came to 50 or 60%. You have to come to up from 80% with the Dianon. And this is the nursery. It's very easy. We make the nursery in the ground, not in the potting. Also the irrigation system, it's dripper, yeah. Here we bring twice a week because that's it. It's finished to growing. It's enough for us. And this plant is 5 months. That's it. Okay. And now I show you, you can see the irrigation system. We work with the dripper, and we have a computer that we put in the computer how many water we want. And every couple of days we check the EC, and like that we work. We not open the water and we're going. That's it. We need to bring to the tree what they want, not what we want. Now I show you, it's a manual irrigation system. Here we have manual and we have automatic. This is the manual, okay? Now we have a problem, so the Thai worker fixed that. We put here the chemical what we want. It's what we check, and we know that we need to put. We not put just putting because we want to put it. You have to check. That's what I told to everybody when I was in India. You have to check the land and the leaves. And after that, we know what we want. We put it here, we open, we put how many we want, how many cubic, and that's it. This is manual. It's more cheap. And when we work with the computer, it's more expensive, but we not spend water and chemical, and we pay one time for always life. Now I show you the wonderful, the pomegranate. It's a little bit early to design that now in Israel because we have to wait something like 1 month to make the design. But I show you now how we make the design for one stick. This is one stick. We have 6 and we have the V. And in Israel, we finished to grow the T. We're not growing again the T, and because it's not very strong, or one like that, or 6 stick, or V, the same like V. This is wonderful. It's not finished to flowering, but I show you what we do. We cut, we make 1 by 1, like that. Here we have 2. They too close. So I check which one is clean and it doesn't have any damage. So they clean together, but I left just one because they have to be far, minimum 15 centimeters from each. Yeah. On the topping, I'm not touching because we have strong sun in Israel, same like in India, so it's protected. And also we have inside. All the time I watch on the tree. So I take one out, I clean, and here I don't have nothing, just one flower, so I don't need the flower, and that's it. It's clean. again. All the time I watching on the tree where I have problem, where I need to clean, how I need to make the design for the fruit. It's have to be one by one, because after when they come together, you have a damage. And to sell the fruit with damage, you can sell that by 10 rupee or sell one big and clean by, I don't know, 30 rupee. This is the difference. Where I don't have some fruit or some flower, this is small flower, so that's it. I take that out, because when I make the harvest, I can make a long harvest, because if this one now is flowering and this one is big like that, when I start to make the harvest with that, this one is going to be ready something like 4 or 5 weeks after. We not make harvest 5-6 weeks. We make harvest between 2 to 3 weeks. We come to the tree between 1 to 3 times. That's it. Because if you're coming a lot, you spend money. You bring water, you bring chemical, you spraying the worker, everything. It's money. It costs money, and the tree want to go to sleep. So when we finish to make the harvest, to picking, we stop the water until next year. I speak about it after, but I want to show you how it's need to look. Yeah. This one is not good because it's gonna be with sun. Yeah. Okay. Now the camera is coming. Come, Yuval. Look, it's one by one. Yeah, I know. We have a problem. We are the farmers. We look on the ground, how many? We make, wow, how many we put on the ground? How many we take out? No. I know it's very hard, yeah? Don't look on the ground. Look on the tree. That's what we growing. We're not growing on the ground. So this one is going to be perfect. But if we not take the small or we not make the design, the fruit is going to be with damage. It's less money. And after 1 year, again and again, you have to make that one time, and that's it. When we finish to make the design, I'm not coming back to that tree. That's it. One time until next year. I come again next year. The design I make now. Okay? Again, the irrigation system, it's different between the field, yeah? And here we open now, because we start, it's 3 times a week. And the computer, we check in the computer how many we need to open, and we open. And you see, it's not on the tree here. The irrigation system, it's like, I have 2 lines, but they between 50 to 80 centimeters from the tree. The roots, you can see the roots. The roots is coming here very far. It's make the tree more stronger, because the roots try to find the water. if we put a lot of water near to the tree, so the tree is not going to be very strong and it can take a lot of fruit. That tree is nearly 8 years old. This year I put on that tree between 80 to 90 fruits. One fruit is nearly 700 grams. That's it. But the quality we export, the quality for export from that tree, it's between 80 to 85%. And I say that again, I say that in India, don't look on the ground, look on the tree. Yeah, I know it's very hard to take. You see, they're beautiful, but they make a lot of mess if they're growing. They can't grow to be big. We have to live one by one. In Israel, we have Wonderful, we have Emek, 116, 105, Emek, we have a lot of. The last one is in October. This is the Wonderful. The early, it's Emek and Akko. They sweet, they come to between 350 to 400 grams, more fruits, and they're very sweet. And we send it to Europe and also to Israel. But you have to know it's more work because it's a lot of fruit on one tree or like that. And if you ask me if I know in India if it's work, I don't know. We have to try. Try it, and maybe it's you can grow Emek or 116 or Akko, but the design and to make the fruit one by one, it's the same in every tree. Don't look on the ground, look on the tree, what you leave, okay? Because you want best fruit. Sometimes if I see one like that, yeah, I take the flower, okay? But this one, you have a damage here. I took them out. Why I took them out? Because they have damage. It's going to be maybe 600, but I can't sell them. I sell them for nothing. So I don't need them on the tree. This is about design for the Wonderful. And now we're going up to see the computer, where is the computer with all the irrigation system, and we see the spray machine and the tractor. We work just in tractor and machine here. Now done.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Guy. I will take it from here until you will get to the next station. You know, I take a few points from what you are saying. I really very much support your sentence saying, look on the tree, not on the floor. Because when we really look on what the end result is, or what we are aiming to achieve, which is profitability, premium products, it all needs to come together and make sense. So in this regard, I also encourage our centers, we need to set an example. And doing like the farmer is one thing, but presenting a new type of even mindset that we produce maybe good productivity, but maybe not a peak, but we produce best quality. So this is the takeaway I take from your visit. I want you also to see the way Guy is doing now, because he is going through his farm. So this is what we call a bush strawberry, berries of different kinds, and they are used for self-harvesting for end customers that can come as agrotourism to his farm and actually pick these fruits and consume them in the farm or take them back home. And it shows you that Guy, which is an expert, consulting projects across the world, in his farm, he's also having a business-oriented approach. So how can he really generate income? And it is not only about exporting pomegranate, it's about diversifying and having different pillars in his farm. So I think this is also an amazing opportunity for us to experience the mindset of the Israeli farmer. He is not resting and not only thinking of one objective, but really thinking as a businessman. So this is to what you can see now. I also want to say that when you are looking at what Guy was presenting, he's fruit thinning in a way that really results in big, beautiful, wonderful fruits. He gave the input about varieties, which I very much would like to see really us experiencing with new varieties. So we have Bagua and Super Bagua, but maybe we can introduce, as I was saying, the Emek, the Shani, the Akko, and the wonderful, which we already have in Manana. And it's a way to go. It's years to think ahead, because you will know if the fruit is good only after 5, 6 years, maybe even more. So it really is a decision that you need to take strategically forward. And you can maybe classify and make sense by choosing potential good varieties, but it really requires all of us to understand that it's a decision that only after a decade we will know if it was a good decision. But I feel, and with this I will conclude, that it really is our responsibility to take something and to think also for the next generation even. So with this I finish, and I will hand it over to Guy. Guy, please.
Okay, here I have the machine spray. That we spray the grass in the field 2 times a year, and we keep the ground clean. And this is the spray for the pets. Okay, this is a blower. We have a blower. Yeah, we're not building, we buy that. It's made in Israel. And here we have a tank, 2,000 liter, and the tractor is come on the front. And here we can, from here we fill the chemical. We know the agronomic told me how many chemical and which time and when to make that. It's not just I think, today I'm going to make that. No, I have an agronomic. Twice a week he checked the field, and he told me if I have something, if I need to spray, what to spray, because I have a global gap, so I need to work by the book, and I work by the book. It's coming, the tractor is coming on the front, this come on the tractor, and this one is coming after that. The blower drop the spray with the air. It's a lot of air, it's very strong, and it's more easy to make spray with that machine from to make spray with some sprayer by hand. It's not work. This one is work, and it's cheap because it's between 80 liter per dunam. It's 800 liter per hectare, and it's quick. 1 hour I can finish something like 2 hectares in 1 hour. One man tractor. Okay, and I show you we work in the machine. We buy that one time, but after that it's very cheap because I don't need a lot of worker to make that. Now, when we finish to make the design, we have machine that machine I show you when I was in India. It's cut all the sticks, make them very small. This is the machine. The tractor is coming here. This is the back, okay? The tractor will drive on the road, and all the stick is cut them. It's a big knife, yeah, and it's very strong. It's cut everything. Everything is cut. So we not burn in Israel. If somebody try to burn in Israel, we have a problem with the police. You can't burn everywhere. So you cut it. Also, the global gap wants that you cut the stick. Tractor. This is the tractor. You can take all the machine. It's 100 horsepower, okay? From here, we take, on that, we take the spray, the machine spray, the cutting machine, and it's 4-wheel drive, because sometimes we have rain in Israel, so we need 4-wheel drive, and that's what we need. Tractor, 3 machine, and that's it. That tractor, I have a 2 tractor. For 40 hectare, we need 1 tractor. 40 hectare, 1 tractor. It's not made in Israel, it's made in Italy, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now I show you from where the irrigation system is coming. From here, it's open. From here, it's without cable now, and because we don't need the cable again. And I go into the computer, I check how many water, how many chemical, I put it, and it's open. Also, I have a generator. Sometimes we have a problem in Israel, so we start to work automatic. And I think in India also you have a problem sometimes. I think all the farmers need that. It's very expensive, but also it's for one time. That's it. We don't have problem with the electricity because we have all the time fire. And this is how we use and how we control on the field. And also I show you, I make a small shop in my place. I sell the food that I growing. I sell vegetable from the other farmers here in that area. But all the fruit and the vegetable, it's without chemical. It's all organic or biologic, because I growing biologic. שומעים אותנו גם? Dan, you hear me? Dan?
Yes, we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here. We can hear you.
Okay.
Guy.
עכשיו קפאתם.
קפה? אין שם קליטה בפנים. אוקיי. Until Guy is returning, I want to emphasize a few points that I saw with the machinery that jumped to my eyes. One of the things I really want you in the centers to review and consider is, do we want to have a machinery that we let out to farmers, that we actually rent to the farmers in the surrounding villages, and create a situation where we can enable these individual farmers to use machinery that personally they cannot purchase, but getting it through the center can create a situation. So I see Guy is back. So please, Guy, I hand it over to you.
Okay, now you hear me, Dan?
Yes.
Omer? Okay, this is the store. Also the cherry, that's the vegetable that I grow, but it's in the greenhouse. And I make here a store for, you know, for the people they live in that area. And we have here a lot of vegetable and a lot of kind of fruits. You can see the pepper, the cucumber, the tomato, yeah. Okay, that I speak in India when I was from the. Dan, you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, that the juice that I make from the pomegranate. You know, the pomegranate is we make A, B, and C. This is C. Or we drop that, or we bring that to the cow, or we make from that juice. So we make from the juice, and we put it in the fridge in 35, minus 35, and you can use that all the year. And we don't put nothing inside, not water or not sugar, and we make that just from wonderful. And if you take that out from the fridge, you can use that until 3 days. That's it. Because now it's freezing, so when it's not freezing, it's for 3 days. We don't have nothing inside, not sugar, not salt, nothing. So we not drop the fruit that they not good. We can sell that. We make juice. And everybody know what is the pomegranate juice, and they want that everywhere in the world. But we sell that here because I don't have a lot of. I make every year 30,000 buckets. Also, blackberry. Yeah, that's I want. And I have something to tell to everybody what I said everywhere. Everybody know who is it? Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong was in the moon. Yes, he was in the moon. He's coming back. Yes, he's coming back live. Yeah, he's dead a couple years ago. So don't stop your dream. If he was in the moon and if he is coming back, everything is possible. Just do that. Do that. Go.
Good. I will step in again because the communication is not good. We are now moving to the Q&A. So actually, Omer, did you accumulate any questions?
To tell the truth, no. Up until now,
Okay.
there isn't any.
I encourage you again, please write questions to us, to Guy specifically, and we can answer in the last part. For me, again, I feel that the ability to see Guy's farm with his understanding of what is going on in India, and under all of this, the ongoing activity that we have as partners, India and Israel, creates a very strong end result. What I take from this is really Guy, as a farmer, he's thinking like a businessman. Every step he's doing is this justified? Will I see the return on investment? You saw the nursery. It is actually zero infrastructure. He has drip irrigation, he has some machinery, but he is looking, how can I make the plants and propagate pomegranate in the most efficient way. It's not about putting too many layers if it is not justified. When he is moving to cultivation, he is leaving the fruit exactly in the way that it will pay back. So if export is demanding quality in terms of global gap, in terms of traceability, appearance, taste, then he will do whatever requires in order to reach this premium demand of the shelves in Europe. But if it is not justified, he will not do it. But if it is, then he will do whatever required. So thinning the fruit is something we saw. And he was saying how psychologically this is a challenge for a farmer to drop down fruits from the tree. But it will pay back. And I'm again asking you as centers, please do it. And do this thing that for farmers in India, sometimes it's unimaginable, meaning they will not do it. But if they see that you will do it and you will receive bigger fruit than them, then it will start creating a set of mind that they will do also in the following season. I saw the way he's putting the drip lines, 50 to 80 centimeters from the tree line, from the trunk. This is enabling the root system to be more spread out, and therefore the infrastructure stronger. So make sure that this type of approaches you do, canopy management, enabling the air and the light entering the canopy. And the second is the machinery. You saw the range of machines. Now you too, in the centers, you have machines, but the robust of the machines, the sprayer that has both the tank and the blower, that enables the agrochemical to actually penetrate the canopy. So it's a combination of having the canopy suited to the machinery, but also having a machinery that is strong enough to enter and penetrate the target area. And the way that is mowing the weeds, this is very important. We know the problem in India of burning residual of rice. It is not for pomegranate, but in pomegranate, how to actually manage a clean layer. And we saw the orchard, how clean and tidy it is. And finally, something that was very innovative is the selling of the product. So you have A, B that is going to export and domestic market as fresh product, but C that is not justified to market in Israel is using to process it into a juice. So we saw it also in India, the video, and we can reshare it in. But really, Guy is utilizing all his products and making the most out of his investment and optimizing his profitability. So, Guy, can you hear us at this stage? You are on mute.
Yes, done.
Yeah, so I try to sum up the different points you have done. I think you really invited us into your farm today. and we saw the different pillars of what you are doing. Again, Omer, do we have any questions from our audience?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. So for me, Guy, if you can sum up your approach before we really close the session.
יובל, יש לך טלפון, תנתק לי אותו רגע. Dan, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very good.
Okay. Look, Dev with us now?
Yes.
Ah, he's with us. Okay. We're back to the nursery. The nursery, it's, when I was in India, that's the big problem that I see, because it was 30 to 40 to 50%. And I showed them how to make that. Dave was with me. It's, I want to know if it's coming up, because it was very easy to take that up to 80%. This is about the nursery. You have to be very easy to make the nursery. It's more easy to make nursery to grow pomegranate. And the farmers need to go step by step. Yeah, don't buy tomorrow tractor and spray machine and all that. Step by step, but they need to know how to make the design. It's 1 stick, 6 stick, or V. And also when they make when it's finished to flowering, they need to take out to make one by one, because they need to get a good quality. Yes, I know it's very hard to see the fruit on the ground, but I said that we not look on the ground, we look on the tree. That's it. I want I don't know, 40 ton per hectare, perfect, or I want 60 ton per hectare, but nothing. Dan, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Dan?
you, and I think
okay.
your point is very valid, definitely.
And they have to look all the time on the future, what they want to do, not to look just for tomorrow. Fruit tree, it's for 30 years. Look for the future. Okay, so not everybody have money to make automatic. They make a manual, but they have to make that perfect. And I know they have irrigation system in India. They have netafim or I don't know, plaster. It doesn't matter, but they professional. They need to go all the time to the professional. Also, they ask me many times which chemical to use. I said, I don't know. You have to check twice a year the land, and you have to check twice a year the leaves. Don't bring them. It's like us. You go to the doctor, you check your blood, you know what you need. Also the tree. Twice a year, check. Because if you drink a small glass with half salt and water, you're not dead. But it's not good for you. That's what you make for the tree. If you don't need, don't bring them. If you need, bring them. But just bring them what you want. This is the point.
Thank you.
And don't stop your dream.
We have now a question entering. Guy, how do you manage fruit cracking and anar butterfly, the Virachola isocrates?
This is happen a lot of time because of rain, or you play with the water. when the fruit on the tree, don't play with the water. Don't, if you make, I don't know, 200 cubic a week, don't take less. But if you, one time, you put a lot of water, that's it. And if you have a rain, it's open. If you have a rain,
And
it's
do
open.
you use tensiometers, Guy?
Yes, of course.
Can you tell us
I
a little
opened
bit about the tensiometer?
Yeah, the tensiometer, he control with the computer. So you know what happened in 30 centimeters, 60 and 90. So if you put it on full automatic, so it's open by himself. Yeah, I know when it's between the 60 to the 30, it's open. And if it's with full fruit or without fruit, but tensiometer you put just when you have automatic. So you know what happened from 30 to 90 centimeter. Sometimes it's more wet in 60 centimeter, and you have a problem little bit with the 90 centimeter. So it can tell you, don't open now, wait 1 day or wait 2 days. Because you don't know, you know, the land, it's changed everywhere. Sometimes it's soil, sometimes, yeah, sun. Yeah. You hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear. I think Mr. Dan, I see that is in. Well, if anyone else has a question, you're most welcome to raise your hand or write it. So if there aren't any more questions, and I can see Mr. Dan is reconnecting. So I would like to remind you all that this session has been recorded. I would like to thank very much Mr. Guy Tal, Mr. Yuval Elazar, who recorded everything behind the camera. It was a pleasure to be here with you today. Here is Yuval. Namaste. And we have a new question now, just arriving. How to manage the pomegranate wilt, sir? Wilt, the kimachon. How to manage the pomegranate wilt?
You have to, you don't know, in Israel we don't have a lot, but I don't know which chemical you have in India. Which company do you work in India? I don't know, Mahtashim or Adama? Yeah, you have to ask Adama. Also, because probably it's not the same chemical that we use in Israel, but they have. And the spray everywhere, not just here, everywhere we make just afternoon when the sun is gone, because we can make a damage for the fruit if we make that when it's very hot. It's very hot. And if they work with Adama, they need to ask Adama which chemical they need to use. I know which chemical we use here, but I don't know in India. Yes, the name is Ophir. In Israel, it's Ophir. I don't know what the name of in India.
All right, Ophir. So two more questions just arriving. One concerns the spacing. How do you propagate the plants regarding the spacing?
Between the plants,
yeah,
it's 3 meter, and between the row it's 5.5.
3.5. 3 or 5.5.
No, 3 on 5.5. Yeah, 3 to 3, it's 3 to 3, it's 3 meter, and between the row it's 5.5.
All right.
Why it's 5.5? Because of the tractor, because I need to use the tractor.
When we speak about the propagation phase,
המשתלה.
Between 7 to 10 centimeter. Between 7 to 10 centimeter. Yeah, between the plants.
Yes.
On the
The
nursery.
rows, it's on the nursery, yeah. On the nursery, we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 row, 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter. Yeah, it's also because of the tractor, and after the rows, after it's 120. It's because the tractor need to cut them. One row, it's 5, and yeah, it's 50 centimeter. It's 5 or 10 centimeter, and after between them, it's 7 centimeter. We don't need a big tree because we take it out after 7 months.
Yes. There's another question regarding the schedule of fungicides to control the anthracnose and the bacterial flight disease. On which frequency do you spray?
It depends of the agronomic, you know. And this year I make one time. You know, it's also depends of the weather, okay? Because if it's hot or sometimes in the evening it's very cold, so. But this year I make a one time. The agronomic is coming here. He check every field twice a week. In this moment, when we finish to make the harvest, the picking, is not coming again until next year. And in the nursery, it's coming once every 2 weeks.
Okay, so according to the analysis.
Yeah,
So last question, what is the standard temperature and humidity for propagation? And how to achieve this in cage house like in the Indian conditions? טמפרטורה והלחות הרצויים האופטימליים.
You know, it's not in the greenhouse, so the temperature in Israel, you know, it's 2 weeks it was 40 degrees, you know, it was 1 week full 45. It's growing in the summertime, not in the winter time. Springtime, summertime, that's it. You not make a nursery for 1 or 2 years. One time, we start we put the stick in the winter time, somewhere between January to February, and we take that out in November, December. That's it. So the temperature, it's high. Yeah, it's 10 to 45. 2 weeks ago, it was 1 week between 35 to 45 all the week, and it's green. Yeah, it's pomegranate. It's very strong.
Okay, I see Mr. Dan is back with us. Let's give him a moment and he can sum it all up. Last question, please. Which training system is the best, single stem or multi-stem?
Multi-stem.
All right.
Because you can get more fruit on the multi-stem. It's very strong, but you know, to make the design for multi-stem, it's more work, okay? One time.
Yes. All right, I promised the last question was last, but few are asking about bacterial flight. Results that India is facing major problem with bacterial flight. Can you please give your recommendation? Bacterial blight.
I can't hear you, Omer. It's Omer?
Can you hear me?
Omer?
Guy?
Yes.
Guy?
Yes. Yes, now yes.
The bacterial blight is attacking in India. So do you have recommendation on how to control it?
I that in India, but we don't have in Israel. We don't have in Israel, but you also, I don't remember the man that I speak with him. I think he was in Karnataka or something like that, and was there from Adama, and he told me that he have some chemical to stop that. In Israel, we don't have that. It's not. We don't have in the pomegranate.
All right, so you say that maybe Adama has a solution in India.
Yeah, I think it was in Karnataka when I met him, with Dev also.
All right. There's a question about mesh versus polyethylene sheet. רשתות mesh מול polyethylene.
For what?
For cage house, to maintain the temperature and humidity.
For the nursery?
Yes.
For nursery? For nursery, it need to be, I think, not the plastic, it need to be 40 to 60. 40 to 60. Yeah, shake. Yeah. But the black, not white. Yeah, not mesh. You don't need mesh.
All right. Without mesh, only.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
30 to 60, white, not black.
Yeah. No, black, not white. Black, not white.
Black, not white, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I see Mr. Dan is here once again. Dan, can you hear us?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay. So just to connect to the last few points from the plant protection to the nursery. It's really about your personal leadership as centers of excellence project officers to identify solutions. My request to you guys, very knowledgeable, he has a lot of experience, he was there giving guidance, but to take it to the last mile and actually to find a solution for this or that plant protection challenge, to find a solution for different infrastructure for nursery, it must be your leadership. There is no ways around it. You can ask today, Guy, about putting the mesh, black, white, polyethylene on it, but it's your responsibility to actually try it out and find the solution. I am a big believer in doing. Talking is very nice. Today was an amazing webinar, in my opinion, but it's only talking. After this hour is over, you need to go back to your center and do. And I ask you, do and try, and even do mistakes so farmers can have lessons learned. So I'm really thinking of Bagalkot, and I'm thinking of Manyana, and I'm thinking of Basi in Rajasthan, and every center where we are having pomegranate. Be bold in the way you are challenging and addressing the problem. Don't be passive, because year after year is going by, and I feel the changes are not strong enough, because try to see the energy Guy is bringing. Guy, if he sees a mistake, he will not wait 2 years until his extension officer will tell him change. He will ask his extension officer or himself, is this good? Is this the result I'm looking to have? And if I'm failing, it's okay, but how do I not fail next season? And this is what I'm asking for you. Now, within this, there are challenges that no one will have a solution now. Maybe university is researching and it will have a solution in 2 years. Maybe Adama will generate a product that in 1 year will be a solution. but you cannot just say, okay, there is no solution, so I'm not doing anything special. Please do something special. If you have a bacteria that is challenging you, don't stop asking questions, trying new things, going to universities, asking Guy and me every day. But don't also only ask. It's always a combination. And like I started this sentence, I will finish. It's your personal leadership. So please be leaders of your senses. So this is what I feel I wanted to end. I didn't hear all the questions. I didn't hear all the answers. But I did see all the webinar, and I think it was a wonderful opportunity to bring you all to a pomegranate orchard in Israel and to the farm and hospitality of Guy. So with this, I finish. But Guy, if you want to end with a closing word.
That's it for me. And I said, don't stop your dream. Think about Neil Armstrong was in the moon, coming back. It was life when he's coming back. You can do everything. Just try it. Don't be scared and don't stop.
Excellent. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you, Guy. My final words is that please implement. Try to go back to your senses and see what you can take away. See things maybe that we even didn't talk about, but the mindset. Really, I think this is to some extent the most important thing here. Guy, as an expert, as a farmer, will do anything to have a good business model, to bring his farm to a point where it is justified and successful. So I ask you to do the same. Really engage, find your right markets, set a good example of an excellent. With this, I finish, and I thank you all for joining, and I hand it over back to Omer, to MATC. Maybe before this, Omer, I want to say thank you, Guy, of course. Thank you, Yuval, which was with Guy, and actually taking and catching this video, but preparing everything in advance. Thank you to the MATC team, Omer and Oded, which is heading the Mashav Agriculture Training Center. So this is webinar number 6 for this COVID era. Thank you very much. Next week, we are going to have a webinar dealing with vegetable cultivation. We will share with you the information shortly, so the relevant officers can join us next week. Thank you, and I have hand it over to MATC.
Well, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be today with you all. Stay tuned for our next sessions. You can see the recording of this session as of tomorrow in our YouTube channel. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.